Welcome to the Barry Charles Footy Show. Yes, Shaun Johnson is out. The Warriors season done right here, right now. In this episode, we're going to talk about all the finals stipulations, what some things that can happen, including is Kayln Ponga's shoulder done? Can the Sharks and Raiders win the competition after losing 50 points? Can you win from outside the top four? It hasn't been done in this new system. Can the Panthers go on the three-peat? Is Joe Luai going to be back this season? Ryan Papenhuyzen, is he going to be the star for the Sharks? Can the Broncos beat the hoodoo? And so much more here on the Barry Charles Footy Show. Your one-stop shop for everything rugby league. Remember to like and subscribe if you liked the video. And let's get to it. A jam-packed episode for you today as finals are here today. Let's get onto it. Yes, the Warriors have come up with bad news. Shaun Johnson is out of the game on Saturday against the Panthers. Can they win without him? The short answer is probably no, but how can they do it without him? Well, Volkman has played halves all season long in the New South Wales Cup, so that is a bonus. He has at least been playing football regularly, but Te Maire Martin is now the key. Can he deliver after only one game back? One game in New South Wales and then one game in the NRL. Can he steer the ship around and get the job done against the Panthers? It's a big mountain to climb. And they're going to have to find a way to do it because there's no easy feat against it. Well, Shaun Johnson, you thought the Warriors were a chance, but without him, it's going to have to be an absolute miracle. Doesn't mean they can't do it, but absolute. Now it's turning into the, if they win this, it is the win of the century because the Warriors will blow out the humongous odds of the TAB. Let's get to the tab. What about Kayln Ponga? Yes. Will he be exposed with his injury? Well, Cooper Cronk did it in, back when in the grand final. But to me, Kayln Ponga is in a different position than Cooper Cronk. He can hide in defence. You can't hide in defence at fullback. And all his running game, it's whether or not he can do his passing game if he needs to pass. Because it can be sore when you pass, from what I've heard from some of the analysts out there. So that's going to be a question if he's going to handle it. And this team is not the Roosters team. Don't get it twisted. The Roosters team was stacked with stars, but this team is not stacked with stars. So there could be pressure on Kayln Ponga going into the finals. Also, there's a record for the Knights. Just so you know that they're not good at night time. So they got another day game this week, but after that it'll be night games. Can they deliver in the night? Their record is not that great, so that's a big question mark for the Knights going forward if they're going to win. Can they go tonight? But we will see. The Sharks and the Raiders, are they already doomed? They've lost by 50 points this season, both of these teams. So you could nearly rub them out. You can nearly say the Melbourne Storm, they were close. They're only one try away from being the same. So could you argue all those three teams can't win the comp this year? But anyway, statistically, Melbourne can still win. Sharks and Raiders, can they break the record? The answer is hell no. I can see them possibly. I'm expecting both of them to lose this week, but I don't expect them to go any further than this round. If they win this round, this will be it for either of these teams. I don't see them going past the second round. Where to me the Roosters and the Knights are the more likely that could go to the next level and beat the next teams up, I believe. Just looking at the way they go, I think they can easily win this game, but they won't be winning the second game in my opinion. Can anyone outside the top four win the comp? The answer is hell no. The Knights and Roosters are the most likely to have a chance of going all their way. They're going to have to get past the Storm and the Warriors, Broncos and Panthers at some point to get there. So it looks to me it'll be a too hard a basket. Out of all the teams, more than likely to me, the Roosters are more of a hope. They've got a star status if they can turn up. To me, they're more likely. The Knights are on confidence. That's why they can get on a run. If they just keep winning, that'll keep them going. Just a bit like the Jared Haynes scenario. If Kayln Ponga can continue to keep his form, that'll be where you need to go. But I don't see it. Can any of them make the grand final? I don't see it either. I really don't. But really, momentum's a big thing. Knights and Roosters have the momentum, so there is a possibility when some of these other teams are rested. So there's a possibility if they can just keep their confidence and keep winning. There's a possibility for your team to make the grand final, but if they make it, I don't see them winning. Although the Roosters have a very star-studded team and they're one of the teams I picked earlier in the season to be close to the grand final. Can the Panthers do a three-peat? Pretty much all the ducks are aligning for them with Shaun Johnson out. That now there's this chance to absolutely destroy the Warriors here. Can the Warriors find some way to unsettle them without Johnson? We will find out. But Panthers must be long on favourites to win the comp now. They're going to more than likely get the week off. I hope I'm proving. I want the Warriors to win. Don't get me wrong. I want the Warriors to win all day of the week. But they're going to have to pull out one big miracle to beat them on Saturday afternoon. But I'll be there cheering them on and giving the pressure on the Panthers. We need to put as much pressure. All the ones going to the game, we've got to put pressure on the Panthers. We've got to be louder than the Panthers fans. So be there and be square. But the Warriors are going to have to pull off a miracle to beat this team. The Panthers look the team to beat in the comp. Broncos are the danger. Warriors, well, they need Shaun Johnson back quick, smart. He'll have to play next week. He is the conductor, and without the conductor, it could be a sailing ship. I hope he gets back because the Warriors really, really need him. And a few years ago, you wouldn't have said that, but now they absolutely need him. Jerome Luai as well for the Panthers. Is he going to return? Jerome Luai. My money is no. Maybe the grand final. Even though there's talks that he'll be back for the preliminary final. But in saying that, people play injured all the time, so they might just kneel him up and play if he's fit enough and can pass the ball. I think that's the main thing. If he can pass the ball and stuff like that, that's the key. Because obviously he's going to be able to run. But will he get there? Ryan Papenhuyzen, is he the X factor the Storm need to win the premiership? The answer is yes, but why is he not playing fullback this week? The question probably is he's not quite fully fit enough yet to do that. But I'd assume they would eventually put him there if they really want to win the comp. I think Nick Meaney's not going to win you the comp at fullback. I don't think he'll win the grand final with him at fullback. Or Ryan Papenhuyzen, I'd say he would. So maybe if they do sneak up and beat Broncos tonight, Ryan Papenhuyzen has 2 weeks to get himself fit, and maybe he'll jump into the starting slot. Then Nick Meaney slots back into centre or wing, wherever it may be. Can the Sharks overcome their finals hoodoo of last year? Absolutely went bang bang in straight sets. They're playing at Sharp Park. That is their big opportunity. But they're taking on the Roosters who, well, they were too good for the Rabbitohs. But to be honest, the Rabbitohs could have won that game. Absolutely. Rabbitohs could have easily won that game. They just could not convert their tries. They just lacked substance in attack. A better team probably might have beaten the Roosters that night. People saying the Roosters were great. I'm not so convinced. But yeah, I'm expecting the Roosters to win that game. But you just never know with the Sharks at home. They've got a chance. And if Nicho Hynes has the big game, he's the key for the Sharks. No doubt about it. If Nicho Hynes plays a 10 out of 10, they can win. Where the Roosters have got about 6-7 players that can do it. So it's a bit hard for Nicho Hynes being the key player in their squad. They're going to need a lot of team effort outside of him. The Broncos, can they beat the Hoodoo tonight? Can the Brisbane Broncos somehow in the world beat the Hoodoo? They're going to have to if they want to go to the preliminary final and have a week off. Otherwise, they're going to take the long road, more than likely having to play Penrith to get to the grand final. So they want to win tonight. They have to win tonight. The Hoodoo is going to be broken. That's my tip. The Hoodoo is going to be broken tonight. The Broncos are ready to show they are the real deal. And the Storm, although they've been playing well, I think the Broncos are another kettle of fish in 2023. So trying to label it, most likely the Penrith and Broncos is the grand final. But as we know, NRL, anything can happen. Warriors could upset. The Storm and Broncos, well, it's anyone's game, to be honest, that game. Knights and Canberra, I think it's a lot closer than people were thinking. The Raiders, if they get them into a scrap, the Knights could be under pressure. But Knights are expected to win, we'll find out. And the Roosters, again, all the talk is the Roosters are going to win. And I think they should. But the Sharks, just Nicho Hynes and the Bermuda Triangle, just watch out because something could happen. But anyway, up the Wars. We'll see how they go on Saturday against the Panthers. They're going to have to pull off the miracle. Let's hope so. Anyway, that's Barry Charles Footy Show for this episode. Have a great day out there.